Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Imperial Splendour mod. Last time around, we incorporated the state of Württemberg into the Prussian realm, after first, of course, having received an attack against Strasbourg, eventually gave it up to the enemy, but then in our counterattack, we wiped them out in one battle and was quickly able to take over. I ended off last video by saying that I was going to reorganize some of the armies and prepare to kind of set up to declare like a final war against the remaining German states that we need to incorporate. On my way on doing that, though, the enemy preemptively strikes, but they always just come in one at a time. They're not joined by their allies, just like we saw with Württemberg. This time it's the Saxons who declare war. I had no army close by, but I was able to march over von Prussia to take them on. As we can see, they don't have that many troops. They have 3,600 in total. Now I'm able to intercept a force here outside the castle, which is going to prompt them to march out to aid that. I believe there's another force as well that directly upon declaring war, they sent out a smaller force of, I think it was like 5, maybe 6 units. And starting raiding the countryside of Silesia. They burnt, I believe they burnt a tavern type area and the manufacturing point that they burned or looted. But with splitting their army, once Prussia now has arrived to take on the capital, they don't have their entire force, and they should be pretty easy pickings. Depending on how long this battle is, I might also include the destruction of the Danish navy. I have increased my navy to a point where I feel confident to attack the Danish navy, which is more or less a glorified trade navy. Half of the ships are trade ships, so I should be able to take them out pretty easily. Also, we've got some additional troops to Prussia's. We've got some elite heavy cavalry. These are elite units that you can only recruit one of each, I believe, yes. And also additional Fusilier battalions ready to march to our aid. But enough talking. Let's go into raiding. Let's send the troops forward and fight the Saxons, shall we? I'm not entirely sure what has happened here, if we end up in the Twilight Zone or what's going on. The sky is... or maybe there's multiple nukes going off. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, with the new setup, we have a lot of Prussian Fusiliers joining the fight. So they're gonna actually form the center, backed up by Grenadiers, which in turn will be backed up by the Guard regiments. And on the flanks, we'll have Musketeer battalions. So 2 Musketeer battalions moving out on the flanks. Fusiliers, center, followed by Grenadiers. We've got howitzers. The cannons will have to be rolled up a little bit, because the ground does not favor us to set them up at spawn. We've got the Feldjägers. They will crest the hill first, start shooting at the enemy. Cavalry set up to move on the right, as on the left we've got a town. With that said, let's go ahead and start. So we're starting up with quite light resistance. It's the reinforcement army we're gonna look out for. My howitzers start pounding the enemy. Okay, my mouse is acting up again. Let's see. We'll do it like this then. And then we'll get the Fusiliers, or the Musketeers, out in the flank. Grenadiers to follow the center. Support the center. And then I'll go in for more of a closer micromanagement. I can see now with the enemy reinforcements turning up in our flank, in fact. That's not good at all. As that's the major assault, I should actually turn most of the cannons facing that way instead of what I'm doing right now. So we'll turn away the cannons. Let's also get everyone kind of going a bit quicker up to the front. I think we're gonna reposition these guys as well. We're gonna reposition the cavalry. Got a really nice high hill here. Now it's good that I've got reserves, so we're gonna get the elite units situated over there. I think these guys will be fine on their own, so what we'll do is there'll be the elites and the musketeer battalion plus the Feldjäger and the cavalry then. They will hold off the reinforcement army while these guys take on the Saxon troops. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the Saxons bring. So here's the Saxon normal line infantry. There's another one of those units. I believe they have 2 of their own light units, similar to our Fusiliers. Loading up though. Lots of my howitzer shots landing all over the place. Enemy general just got killed, moving in straight into our fire. These guys, I'm not sure what they're trying to do. I guess they're trying to leave. Get out of the fight to... oh, we've been focusing in a lot on this flank right here. Tons of Austrians dead. With the lighting, it kind of looks like they got nude color on their pants, but they are completely white. I think we can draw off more troops, so all of these guys were destroyed, which means that we can move some of the Fusiliers. This should be sufficient enough to fire overhead. And then we'll draw the 6-pounder somewhere over there. With the enemy in the center more or less destroyed. It's not going too well here. We've lost almost 100 men compared with the enemy, which... oh, they've also kind of lost a lot of troops. Once I send in this guy... there's no risk of these guys charging. We'll send over the grenadiers. Maybe they'll take the place of the elite battalions. Musketeers will kind of switch a little bit in the position to allow our Fusiliers to get in. Enemies closing in over here. I don't want them to shoot at our cavalry. So maybe there as well, I'll plug the gap with the... alright, that unit was destroyed. Now the 2 units of Fusiliers will set up to fire in the flank. Now this one is surely gone, because I've got 4 to 1 here. Should definitely break these enemies. We're gonna reposition howitzers to blast the enemy. Okay, so the cannons are set up. Firing the wrong way. They're not firing towards these. Instead, they're firing upon the enemy over there, which is not great. Are they gonna do a push on the right? Let's have the hussars make their way through there. Okay, so they're attacking my skirmish unit. We'll move that, and then this unit will move forward to meet the enemy, while this one moves into cover. We've got Saxon cavalry charging in head on onto our musketeers on the right. as these move forward, the Fusiliers will move in, plug the gap here. We've got impossible terrain. So now we'll plug that gap as well with Musketeers. As the enemy kind of walks into sort of a trap. The Hussars will go around. Let's set up the Grenadiers there. And then this one will move to back up the Fusiliers on that side. Deploy. 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 Move the general. We are down over here. Let's march them over to the fight. So we've got the elite Grenadier Battalion. It's a bit of a mess here as they're... oh, what are they doing? The Saxon troops are intending to charge the 5th Grenadiers Regiment, Guard Regiment. Steady volleys, though, as forcing the enemy back. Oh, it's their Live Grenadier, or the Lifeguard Grenadier, moving forward. Red and yellow. The Grenadiers was forced back. There's a high concentration of enemy troops. The Grenadiers getting shot to pieces. Poor coordination by the enemy is leading to their destruction. Will this result in a melee battle, though? The Grenadiers were kinda charging. There they lost their flag. They are wavering, they're broken. So it's probably the rest. Send in the Hussars to surround them. Most of the enemy over there is broken. The Cuirassier Guard will advance. And will sweep away against this one as the Hussars make their attack over here. All the cannons will now cease fire. Cuirassiers will strike the enemy from the side. All the frontline troops will now hold fire, as most of the enemy is now retreating. Cuirassiers have arrived, striking the enemy in the back. Hussars will ride straight through all of this. The Grenadiers, the Lifeguard Grenadiers, and the 1st Regiment of Foot are all retreating. Now we're just waiting for the 3rd Regiment of Foot to give up its fight. We'll march in the infantry to bayonet charge them. The Hussars are having field day, just chasing everyone down. And with that, we've crushed the Saxons. The Saxons thought, I guess, they would be joined by their allies, but they weren't. And so now they're getting crushed by our troops in the Twilight Zone. The Hussars are just riding everyone down over there. Surprised the enemy is staying as long as they are. There they go. Halt. Halt. Let's make sure no one's gonna shoot at our cavalry. And there we go. Victory against the Saxons. They should never have gone against us. Well, I guess they were trying a preemptive strike. It's just that it would... I guess it probably would have worked a lot better if they all joined in. But then again, no one joined Württemberg either when they did a similar thing. So I don't know what the Saxons were expecting when they themselves chickened out in fighting the fighting us, fighting the I was about to say fighting the... Well, this is done, so let's go ahead and see if we can't do the battle then against the Danish Navy. I think that's what kind of is the holdout for the Danes, and why they haven't accepted any peace treaties with me, because they still have that navy which give them some sort of military power. Once that's gone, however, I'm pretty sure that we will be able to come to terms with the Danes. And here's the result of that battle. We deployed about twice as many men as the enemy. We only lost 533, and the enemy lost most everything with only 364 remaining, while we have 6,300 remaining. So that should make it easy for me to just auto-resolve the capital. So the regiment guard managed to kill almost 500 men, 499, for just the simple price of 499. We lost 20 men. The hussars, though, they lost 11 troopers, while killing or riding down 636 enemies. So great score here, and it was in fact a decisive victory, according to the post-battle screen. So there we go. They're still there. The second unit that I was talking about. So they should definitely have not split their armies. Oh, they're all retreating now over there into Silesia, leaving the capital open for me to go ahead and just out-resolve it. Workers on strike in Norway. Is there even anyone living in Norway? Successful mission. What was this? Ah, yes. Sent a spy in because I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw how few troops they had. So I had to send in my envoy to check that out. And it turns out they did just have that full stack, and they split up. Blucher, what did he got? Understanding of art of war, basic understanding. He's won more battles than anyone else. Gained confident general. If he wasn't confident by now, I don't know what, but look at that. He's got lots and lots of stars. He's got 7 stars. Riding Masters, Born to Fight, Corporal and Golden Raid, Steady Under Fire, Confident General, and it likes to drink a little bit. This should be... Well, demand surrender. This one is a little bit tricky though, because it's still... I mean, it's reserve battalions, but there's still 4,500 men. It's a bit cautious here not to... We are reinforced by all of this, but... We should win, but I'm gonna auto-save just in case. Right, so that didn't actually work for an auto-resolve. I'm going to have to attack this place. God awful. I was hoping to do maybe a naval battle. We'll see. I'll do like a summary of this battle as I destroy their fort. God. Bloody bastards. So that's much better when I do it myself. I probably showed you like a compilation of just some of the cool shots of me slaughtering my way through these guys. So, when auto-resolving, I lost the battle. Now when I played it myself, I killed everyone. Well, of course it's a siege, but and then I only lost 759 men taking the castle. Highest killers, 6-pound artillery. You probably will see that through the video as well, as I was able to place them really close up, do canister through the openings in the wall. And Bob's your uncle, we have just taken over Saxony. The nation is destroyed. And yet another, that's good. Drill Master. 2+ command for leading units and campaign movement range for infantry. However, the Saxons aren't too happy with us taking control of this. First things first. Ooh, it's actually it's a royal university. I was gonna tear that down. But does that... how good is that? Weimar. 20. That's pretty darn 25. 25. 20. Oof. That's better than any of mine. And I would want to tear it down. If we repair this, we get an additional 5 for the lower classes. So that reduces that to -10. Now when I exempt them from tax, that reduces it only by 4. This will give another 5 if I repair that. The Grand Museum gives another 4. These do not give any, but that would mean that... what did I say this gave? 5. An additional 4, so that's 9 for the university, and there's another 5, so it's 14. That should work. And they're all repaired within 1 turn, so that should save it from disaster. And then another 6,000 coins to set up the army. That's actually really nice, the fact that this gives me such a boost. I'm wondering if we should do... no, we should probably do some military technology. 20 turns though, I'm pretty sure by that point the I've already won the campaign, as it were. As we only have 1, 2, 3. I think Vienna is part of the victory goals as well. Yes, Vienna is. So we've got 4 places left to take before we have complete victory. So 4 more. However, I need 1 more region as well. That could be Paris. I'll be setting up another army out of Brandenburg, but let's go ahead and have our naval fight. I think we're gonna do it similarly to what we did with the Saxon siege. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, we've got this army as well. Marching. So they have more ships than us, but I have stronger ships than them. Let's see what our fire ships can do with theirs. Let's keep an eye on there, because they have also a fire ship. Let's keep an eye on that. With that said, let's take to the high seas. I'm doing my usual kind of Trafalgar strategy here, because the wind was not in our favor. We're about to get 1 fire ship here colliding with the enemy. So we should ready the cannons. And fire ship! The enemy admiral was blown into pieces. Now we're gonna aim down through the line and see if we can't blow up any more Danish ships. Ooh, what the hell is that? What are the Indian men firing? Oh! Is that supposed to be the... Is that how they carry... Oh shit, there goes one of my fire ships. Is that supposed to be the carronade that kind of fires that sort of looks like a fire shot? Or like a burning cannon shot from those... It definitely looked like carronades in the front of this ship. If we take a look. Might be easier if I slow it down just slightly here. Definitely look like carronades. There are carronade frigates. That would be a pretty awesome volley coming in from one of those. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, and it... Wait, it explodes in front of the ship, throwing a cascade of fire onto it? I'm not entirely sure if my fire ships will be able to, or the second one here, will be able to actually reach a target. The entire Danish Navy has just collapsed in terms of formation. They're all over the place. While mine is steady sailing, and hopefully the enemy will ride straight into that. I kind of want to hit this one, but if I continue straight forward, then this one that I really want to hit, the one back here, but I'm not entirely sure if I dare go that far. I kind of want to get 2 ships if I can. But that does not seem likely. It looks like we're just going to take this one, Kronoberg, with us. I would like to have taken a bigger enemy ship with me. Oh, there we go. I didn't even need to set it off. The enemy blew it up. Did not really have the effect that I might have wanted, because it didn't actually kill the Danish ship. Even though this one exploded, it's still kind of on fire. It could be that it will explode once the Danes come closer. Look at those carronade shots. Damn. That looks nasty, doesn't it? I think we'll have to bring in the back end of my Trafalgar strategy. Bring those in. Bring those up, I should say. Actually bring this one forward a little bit. And these will... I'll set the course to end up here now. But then once they kind of came out of this formation, they will head along here. Hopefully this will work. Those carronade shots looks very dangerous. Like they're about to set my ships on fire. They work their way, firing the guns along as the enemy goes. Seem to have taken some crew and some cannon out. Could definitely have been those carronade shots. But now we're starting to fire the muskets as well. We're that close to the enemy. The thing is also the Danish fleet is kinda low on... Okay, looks like they penetrated. So we might actually want to start moving this part as well. Start moving that slightly forward. Take these, move them as such. We have that one about to explode, and let's keep an eye out for the Danish. Oh, we cut the sails on that one. Dr. Anna Sophia, there. There's their fire ship. Far, far away. We're about to have this ship explode, most likely. Or if it's just gonna sink. Oh, is this one? This one's wavering. Sustained heavy fire from our Admiral ship. Blown out the side on this Indiaman. Pretty interesting there with the carronades. Oh, now he's routing. Oh, now it's completely set ablaze. Any second now it'll explode. big column of smoke is thrown up. Thing is, he's already exploded, so I'm not entirely sure why he's still here, or he set off his explosion. Come on, go ahead and explode on. Oh yes, of course, as soon as I remove the zoom in, that's when he explodes. Maybe we should try and go ahead and try and board some of these. This guy is not going to do well coming in between here. Absolutely torn to shreds, isn't he? And then coming past for this one. Still kind of survives, surprisingly. This guy's wavering. Many guns destroyed. Not surrendering though. I want you bastards to surrender. Kind of a lot of enemies around my admiral ship. I don't like that. We do have a superiority in this area right here. The ship that went through, it looked confident going through, but it's not so confident right now. Kind of blocking off the route of my admiral. Should see about trying to capture some of these. Maybe not up front with the admiral because there's so many enemy ships around him. So there's a definite risk of him getting overwhelmed while he's trying to board. But we could definitely have some here in the back. As this one's about to pass here, why don't we switch to grape shot? Blast this little one. Oh, cleaned off the decks there. Do you want to surrender? Why not? Then I'll board you. Here's one other one that wants to surrender. Capture him. The admiral can continue after this one. This one's kind of surrounded. I'll tell them to weigh anchor. And with the fight that's going here, actually 117 against... Go against the smaller one instead. Try to surround this one. This one should be... here we go, another one. Looks like a perfect target over there. The fire ship. Luckily, it's my smallest ship that is next to it. The Albatross. Albatross! Doing a quick turn here. Switch to canister. Bloody rake their ship. Keep up that, and we might just be able to stop this fire ship from exploding and destroying us. Fire ship is mad. It's got all carronades. Okay, maybe set a course away from the fire ship. Give another bloody broadside here. 12 guns. Oh, we got some going into this one, which is routing. I should actually stop here, force this one to stop, and in so doing, allowing my ship to catch up and board him. I want you to continue firing on this one. Right, we're boarding over here. And the troops are fighting. Kinda hard to see who's who here though. They have surrendered, which is good. Let's see, my admiral's ship. taken out that one. Oh, we got fire going on this one, which has surrendered one of our ships. Let's try to get out of there before he explodes. Boom! Nice broadside into this one. Both of those ships are on fire. Let's try to get away. Attack that one, and then get the Admiral back into the fight. A large part of the Danish fleet is... Ooh! Nasty! Firing into the side of the ship. Luckily, it looks like all my men are still kind of stuck. No! We're gonna lose tons of crew just because so many were left behind on their ship. You can see some of them trying to jump off. Join back on this one, which is now routing. Oh, this one sank. And here's... okay, looks like the AI is not that competent with using fire ships, as it were. Looks like he's unable to actually detonate the ship. But we're firing into the melee which is going on here. The captain's down. The ship is shaken, but they haven't surrendered as of yet. There's still 50 crew against 67 of mine, so that's pretty even. Oh, now they surrendered. The ship is gonna, looks like it's gonna sink though. Oh, completely on fire now. Kaboom! This fight is dragging out though. The video might be too long if I keep going here. We want to see if we can't force some of these ships to surrender. This one's lost a mast. That's not nice. Not nice at all. And there's those bloody carronades. Try to organize ourselves, especially get some of these ships going back into the fight. Not entirely sure why he did such a wide turn, the Admiral. A lot of the Danish ships are surrendering though, so this one's already surrendered before we even come to boarding with it, or is about to anyways. They are routing, there's only 68 of them. I'm hoping they surrender though before we're actually boarding. I'm gonna hold right there. I think that's a pretty good angle firing into that one. Can keep him locked in there. You'll go this way. Since most of the Danish are over here, there's where we're heading. This Danish ship is on fire. Could explode. They haven't really turned out the fire. And the crew is unresponsive. We've got one of ours which has surrendered. It's on fire, but there's a Danish one that surrendered just next to it. And we've got two Danish that are wavering. Lots of sails being cut down on these ships, while we have a fifth-rate frigate passing in between. Surrendered Danish ship. Danish frigate. My sixth-rate's coming in. This one surrendered. Let's see, 128. Got more cannons than us though. Ooh! Not only did Master surrender, we fired a broadside into them afterwards. It's a little frigate. And then there's a close-up firefight in between these two. Keep on him. Keep on that one. Why don't you... Oh, there goes our ship that was on fire over here. And the fire might spread to the Danish ship next to it. Oh no, this one's also on fire. Why the hell is every one of my ships on fire? Surrendered, wavering. A Danish one is on fire. No, not board. Chase him, fire at them. Chase that one. Why don't you chase that one? Actually, just pass him. And as you pass him, keep firing on him. So right now we've got, let's see, 6, 7, 8 ships. Compared to the Danes, which have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, it's kind of hard to count here. Similar numbers. I think the Danes are worse off though. A lot of theirs have surrendered. And have been destroyed as well. Looks like all the Danish ships are now heading off. You can see a lot of them kind of steaming away with the wind. Could it be that they're trying to escape? We've got another... That little Danish ship surrendered and is on fire. Got this one. Yeah, all the Danish ships are kind of heading that way, so we should follow them. In kind of 2 columns like that. The battle is dragging out at this point though. They were in fact retreating upon that point in the battle. We find them here though at the very edge. We got the red edge right over there. I was able to run them down with switching to chain shot to cut off their masts. This is the last Danish ship that is active. It's routing though. But not for long, as I intend to board them. There's only 46 of them left against 114 on our ship. We can see the rest of the Danish navy is over here. Got masts on quite a lot of these. So that will be quite the bounty that we get out of these. All these ships that are surrendered that we'll take captive. And we definitely need, because we had some of our ships just go completely explode. Very nice. Let's head off back to the campaign map. Here's the result of that naval battle. We deployed 13 ships against 16 of the enemy. We managed to lose 5, which was a lot more than I thought. However, 3 of those were ships that we were meant to lose, to explode. The enemy lost 4. They have 2 remaining, so 2 managed to escape. But we captured 10 of their ships. And you know what? We've been talking about getting a trade navy. Why not? I'm gonna take all of it. So we took 10 ships. We lost 5. Means that we went into the battle and came out with more ships than we could dream of. It's gonna take a while to repair all of this crap, though. Very nice. 2 enemy ships managed to get away. We'll go back to port over in Lübeck. With this, the Danes should... With this massive defeat, the Danes should go ahead and... Oh, they're no longer allies with the Russians either. At this point, they're feeble and destitute. We request peace, and I'm gonna be gracious by giving them 10,000. The Danish, however, is going to be unreasonable by wanting Kurland, which I don't know why they wouldn't ask back one of their territories they've lost. I guess it's because their king is a 1-star if we go back there real quick. So 1-star, he has nothing. He is nothing. The man has no discernible traits whatsoever and a 1-star general. But with all of that said, we should end it right here. I've done so much in this episode that I'm not entirely sure I will fit everything. With that said, I hope you guys still enjoyed this one, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!